All right, let's look at staffing. So I think that a campaign, sort of succeeds or fails on a few things. One, start with the vision. The second is staffing, right? If you don't have the appropriate staff for your campaign, it's going to be a struggle. And so I think that this is, staff and volunteers we'll get to in a minute, really thinking about this as an opportunity to improve your staff. So a campaign at its fundamental core is about building capacity. So this is an opportunity to build the capacity of your internal and fundraising team. So really it's an opportunity to staff up. So who is currently on the team, right? Looking at, we have an executive director. Maybe we have a development director. Maybe we have a second or third fundraising person, or, more or less, depending on the size of your organization. So who's currently on the team and what are their skills and talents? So one of the things that we like to do is ask staff, as you're thinking about a campaign, is, what do we have capacity for? I love it when a board says, you don't need any more staff, just do a campaign with your current existing staff, right? It's as if the current staff is like sitting around twiddling their thumbs, only raising, $100,000 or $1 million a year, but now they're expected to raise twice that, or 5 times that, or 10 times that, or more, with no additional staff or resources. And that's totally inappropriate and unacceptable. And what it leads is to burnout and quitting. And so we want to make sure that your team is set up right from the get-go to be as successful as possible. Now, the good news is that if you are doing this and planning properly, you are setting up a campaign budget separate and aside from your operating budget. And that's how these new staff members or staff positions are going to be funded. So really, and we use a guideline of 10%. 10% of your campaign goal should be your campaign budget. So if you're trying to raise $1 million, you have $100,000, you really need to raise $1.1 million. So you have $100,000 to invest in your campaign. And that includes everything from consulting to additional staff to donor recognition to brochures and videos. So it's all sorts, everything that you're going to need, infrastructure, technology for the campaign. And over 3 years, you've got 100,000. Now, many campaigns are bigger than $1 million. So, the budget is presumably bigger, but starting with 10% is often a good guideline. So you might be able to hire an administrative person to help with some of the responsibilities of the executive director and or the development director, who will need to focus their time more on the campaign.